Alright, well, hello, I'm Jog, and welcome to what I'm going to call episode 0 of Stardew Valley. I literally just posted a post talking about the fact that, well, one, I was thinking about playing this game, and I kind of do, but if I'm going to do Stardew Valley, I kind of want to ask, I want to make it a... how do I want to phrase it? Like a joined operation type of deal? I want to try and get feedback from viewers and ask them, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want done? How are we going to play Stardew Valley? For example, the biggest question to have for episode 1 is the forms. I want to ask, well, how are you doing this? Because there's like 7 different types. And, well, we got the standard form, which is pretty much ideal for, like, farming and also good for, like, animals. But I would say it's mostly, like, designed for farming, the idea of your crops and everything else. But it's pretty much a good use for anything, really. The Riverland form is, unique. It's interesting. There's a lot of land, a lot of pathways that you're gonna have to be forced to go down if you want to move through it. There's a bit restricting from that, but it's mostly there to be used for fishing more than anything else. And I believe from the latest update, they added in a new item called a fish smoker. So there's that. I want to say this is the only location where if you actually fish, you're always guaranteed to get fish, compared to every other farm where you have a high chance of getting yourself trash. So if you're into fishing, this seems like a great place for you. The forest farm, from what I've seen, seems like a very good farm in general. There's a good amount of land. There's a big, well, I say, there's a good sized lake in the middle with like a small lake below, small pond over to the right-hand side, and a smaller lake to the bottom right. But it has the added benefit that on the left-hand side of the map, it will have like 8 stumps that like respawn every day, making it very good to get hardwood. So, yeah, honestly, this, to me, from what I've seen and how it looks, I feel like the forest farm might be a great one, especially, I forgot, you can get forgeable items out here on this map. So, yeah, forest farm I feel like might be a little bit overpowered because of all that, but then again, it's always going to be up to decisions and all that. The Hilltop farm is another interesting location. Less restrictive than, say, the River farm, but it has a couple areas that, well, as it says, a hilltop, so you have some areas that can go up, down. You won't be able to go across because there's a walk wall there. But there's also a quarry that is set up so that you can get yourself some stone or geodes and whatnot. However, chances are it's probably going to be blocked by a stump or a log, so you're not going to get up there. And from my understanding, the resources on the quarry only come back every, like, 4 days. So it's not like the stumps where it's, like, every day. Which, I don't know. Honestly, compared to all of the farms, I feel like the Hilltop farm might, just from looks and, well, maybe not so much for looks, but so much as, like, understanding how its, like, main function is, I feel like might not be worth it. If I want ore, stones, or geodes, chances are I'm probably just gonna go to the mines. And probably at a certain point, I'm probably not even gonna care about this, so I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it is possible I'm something just missing, but it's also not my call. I want to ask you guys, what do you guys want to see? Next is the Wilderness farm. So what made this one special is that monsters spawned at night. However, that is now not something that's always to be unique, as there is an option to turn enemy spawns on, and a way, even if you don't turn it on, to have monsters come at night anyways. So yes, the monsters that spawn do scale with your combat level. So this is more of a combat-themed location, but apparently the enemies, I could be wrong, maybe it's other locations, but I think you only get like 1/3 the experience for fighting enemies. The most advantageous thing about this one is fighting wilderness golems, which have a chance of dropping you a rare item, but I think it's only like a decorative piece. So it's more or less up to you. I thought that this place had the added benefit of monsters spawn at night, but the soil had better quality, so you got better quality crops. But I don't think that is the case. Either way, I don't think it's a bad map. The bottom left-hand corner is completely unusable to you because of that big lake. But you got that a good-sized lake in the middle for water, and a lot of good land for crops, for animals, and everything else. It honestly seems like a... It seems like a good farm. Not broken, and not bad. Open space, great to be usable. Going down, we got the Four Corners Farm, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna put... I don't want to use this too often. I'm gonna call it my, executive privilege. I'm gonna cut the Four Corners Farm out. I have nothing against it, but, this is gonna be a single-player one, and Four Corners seems like it's more set up for multiplayer, so I'm sorry, I'm crossing this one off the list. So, the Beach Farm. From my understanding, people call this one the Expert Farm. I'm not an expert. I've actually never made it past year 1. I'll talk about this later on. It's set up so that there's a lot of beach. There's a lot of sand. And while you can grow crops in the sand, you cannot put sprinklers down, meaning that any crops that you grow in the sand will have to be automated by the watering can or just not watered at all. However, there is apparently a patch of land, it's like a 10 by 20, that can have sprinklers on it. So this is not a big farming, like, crop location unless you're going to be doing things manually. And I mean, I feel like part of the game is automation, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. Apparently this place, well, is not great for crops. It's good for foraging, because I guess you can find crates alongside some beach and forest forageable items, so clams, mussels, mushrooms, and the like. Apparently the crypts can drop you some very good stuff, though, as well, so I heard that makes up for it. And yeah, obviously this is going to be a place for fishing, but I guess it's about a little more than 1 out of 4 times you're probably going to catch trash, which sounds a little bit upsetting, but oh well. I mean, they had to give the Riverland something. You have to make sure that was a guarantee. About 25 though feels a little bit high to me, but okay. The last one was just added in with the most recent patch, the Meadowlands Farm. So how this one works, from my understanding, is that it's a big area. You got some lakes, but the main gimmick for this one is that you start off as a chicken coop, and you start off as 2 chickens. They already come in with random names, but that can always be changed. Apparently there's also unique blue grass. I have not looked much into the update and everything. I don't know if bluegrass is something that is specific to this location. I don't know if it's something that can be crafted later on. But I just know that apparently the animals love bluegrass over normal grass, so it would make getting the animals to love you a little bit more. Also, apparently, with this farm, you don't get a starting 15 parsnips, but you instead get 15 starting pieces of hay to feed the chickens, although they'll probably eat the grass anyway, so to each their own. And yeah, the phone doesn't look too bad. And yeah, I got nothing else to really say about that one. But that's all the farms out of the way. If we go over here, we got some other options. The community center bundle, I think I'm just going to keep normal instead of remixing it. I won't hit guarantee. The mine rewards will also be kept in normal. Spawn monsters on the farm. We can turn that on or off. Profit margins. Oh, you can control how much you actually get. So you can do a normal or do less if you want to try and make money more difficult to you. I think for the most part, unless, the only one I think right now that I might want, I'm thinking the only one I'll, ask if, what people want is, do we have the monsters spawn on the farm at night? I'm not doing multiplayer. We could do random seed, I don't know how good that is, but, yeah, so if you got a random seed, that's fine. Random seed don't spawn monsters, that's what I want to ask you. And for my character, I think I'll decide on my own. The name... Well, this stuff I thought about for a while. And... Okay, so back in February, my father unfortunately passed away. I was originally thinking about doing the farm name being him. I was thinking about doing... No, sorry. I was originally thinking about making the farmer named after my dad, David. But I thought, no, that seems a little bit creepy. So I think instead of having the main character be called David, I think I'm going to have it be Dave's Farm. Mostly because my father was really big into, like, those Facebook farm games, like Farmville or Farmtown, whatever they were. So I feel like doing something like this might just be a little bit of a thing to keep him in memory. I will ask about animals, though, because I believe there's, like, some more cats and dogs than there were before. So we got Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3, Cat 4, Cat 5, and Dog 1, Dog 2, Dog 3, Dog 4, Dog 5. So what pet do we get? Yeah, cat, dog, and which number? Alright. So I mentioned about, like, 2 minutes ago that I've never made it past year 1. As a matter of fact, I'm still on year 1. This was one of my furthest playthroughs. And I have done, like, a fair amount. I'm not an expert at this game. Mostly just play this game, have fun and whatnot. But my usual issue is that whenever I'm playing this game is that I usually just get to a point where it's like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I'll hit a point where, like, in the beginning, my main focus is like, okay, I gotta go to the mines, I gotta get to the bottom, I need to get all this taken care of, and then eventually I get to the bottom of the mines, and I'm just like, okay, and now what? And I just hit that point where it's like, I need to do... I lose interest because I don't have a goal in mind, and because I don't have a goal in mind, I lose interest. But I also, like, have streamed this game a couple of times, and I think because I'd be playing the games, like, in multiple play sessions, that was another issue, is that, I'd be playing the game so much that I just wouldn't... I would just get bored because I'd be playing it for too much, for too long, and... Yeah, I'm thinking, going for a more slow-paced approach would be the better option. I'm just thinking for the main thing, we'll be doing, like, 2 in-game days an episode. So with 2 episodes a week, that would be 4 days a week, give or take. And I feel like with a slower pace, as well as trying to, like, interact with the community... Hello there, I guess you can give you resources now. I'm hoping that I won't lose interest, or if I do lose interest, it won't be... It won't be anything, like, relatively soon. It would be probably after a while, like, okay, I've been at this for X amount of days, we're on year 5, like, what else is there really to do? But I mean, I've never even left Stardew Valley. I know there's, like, 7 different other locations that can be found and explored throughout the map that I just have never gone to. And, I don't know, maybe this will be the time. Maybe this will be the thing that actually, like, kicks me in the gear to actually play more of this game. But I think with that, that's all I want to talk about for right now. As I will be signing off, I am Jog. I am definitely interested in hearing whatever people have to say, if anything. And, well, I wish you luck, and I hope you have yourself a fantastic day, better tomorrow, and... Guess I will see you around. Later.